looking to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Arn.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's Spears on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. The Spears with another carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jelani Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Antlers have got it back to within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and this is back to a 5-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Nothing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
The Republic. No, you need to turn them around.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
What about my crew?
But he could not pull it in.
Bring them back here. And the 2 of you, take one of my shuttles. It's built for stealth, and we'll get you past that.
Here's Jackson.
Now get moving. This is
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Now Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
I was going to lose my crew until you showed up. They're my responsibility.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Chaos. All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL.
They were good people.
We begin down south in Brazil, in the vibrant city of Rio, where it's definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Thunderbirds are hanging in there in the playoff race as they jump above 500 now to 4-3 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, so this is a good pickup here for the first down.
And now a run with Spears. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get going.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll set up a throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Sly able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. You make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now Jackson on first down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the gun, Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They go play action with Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bisons are able to extend their lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Out to the PAT, here's Sloman.
And that makes it a 9-point game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Right back to Spears. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Here's a run by Spears. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On the toss, it's Spears. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back in the 43-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now back to throw. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to Oklahoma City, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to 1.
Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This pass caught, it's Woods. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Great effort there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Antlers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
18 yards and a first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes you're trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 33 yards. And the Bisons get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First down, Sacramento.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This one caught by Osborne, right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head scheme going.
He was going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 8. On the option right is Jackson.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They're going to option play on 3rd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Taking it about the 16.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got his man, it's Woods.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Here's 1st down.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down. This is caught. It's Woods. Touchdown. Jelani Woods with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Antlers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Oklahoma City, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.